Ten strange laws that still exist in the world today. Here in this episode, let's find out the list of some strange laws which could land you behind the bars. Surprisingly, these are still followed in the books of law. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to be the first to view several exciting contents like this. Number 10, it is illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing murder in New Jersey. For those of you planning violent crimes in New Jersey, according to a law in New Jersey, a person has committed a crime if he uses or wears a body vest while engaged in the commission of, or an attempt to commit, or flight after committing or attempting to commit murder, manslaughter, robbery, sexual assault, burglary, kidnapping, criminal escape or assault. In other words, the vest could bump your offense from third to second degree. Number 9, in Finland traffic fines are calculated as a percentage of the offender's income. In the year 2002, a director of the Finnish telecommunications giant, Nokia, received what is believed to be the most expensive speeding ticket ever, $12.5 million, for driving his Harley at 75 km per hour in a 50 km per hour zone. He appealed the fine because his reported income dropped significantly about 5 days after the incident. Because of the new data, the fine was dropped to $103,600, but it still makes the most expensive speeding penalty in the history. Number 8, the Canadian Currency Act. In Canada, the Currency Act of 1985 restricts the consumers from using unreasonable amounts of coins to pay for their purchases. This means you can't pay for an item in all coins, especially if it's over $10. Even the use of dollar coins is limited. The shop owner has the right to choose whether or not he wants to take your coins but doesn't have to. Number 7, whatever you do, don't litter in Singapore. A litter law from 1968 is the country's way of keeping clean. Disregard the law by dropping trash on the ground in this Southeast Asian city and you'll be entitled to pay $1,000. In addition to that, you'll also be forced to do some community labor. And if the offense is repeated 3 times, you'll have to wear an "I am a litterbug" sign. Number 6, no sagging pants in Michigan. In 2008, Flint Chief of Police made headlines when he ordered his department to arrest anybody wearing saggy pants. Other cities like Riviera Beach have tried to enforce similar laws only to have them declared unconstitutional by state courts. The law is still in effect in Flint, however, with the Digital Journal reporting that offenders could face up to a year's worth of jail time. It is illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. Since Parliament is a royal palace, anyone who dies there is technically entitled to a state funeral. If they see you looking a bit sick, they carry you out quickly. You may get an ambulance just if you look sick. Number 4, no public displays of sickness in Washington. According to a law, every person who shall willfully expose himself to another, or any animal affected with any contagious or infectious disease, in any public place or thoroughfare, except upon his or its necessary removal in a manner not dangerous to the public health, and every person so affected who shall expose any other person thereto without his knowledge, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. Laws such as this are generally upheld by court system, but the strange thing about this one in particular is that it doesn't distinguish between some crazy disease like SARS and a simple case of the sniffles. You could be found guilty of a misdemeanor for not informing your co-workers that you have been inflicted by the common cold, or even for fully exposing yourself to a sick person. Number 3, Royal Prerogative 1324 Law. The Royal Prerogative Law has it that any whale or sturgeon found on the British coast belongs to the monarch. The head of any dead whale found on the British coast automatically becomes the property of the king. The tail belonged to the Queen. The law is very much still in place, as fisherman Robert Davis found out in 2004 when he was investigated by police in Plymouth. He had faxed the royal household to tell them he had caught a sturgeon, and although he was told to keep it, he did not realize it was still illegal to try and sell it. No charges were brought. Number 2, no chewing gum in Singapore. Singapore prohibited the sale of gum after authorities noticed a prolific amount of chewed gum being stuck in subway stations and on cars. As weird as it may sound, Singapore allows you to actually chew gum, just make sure you stick it in the trash can. Otherwise great fines apply. Number 1. While in Denmark, leave your lights on. Drivers in Denmark are supposed to drive vehicles with their headlights on. You'd think this law would apply to night driving, but it doesn't. It is considered essential during the day as well, or they may face a fine of up to $100. Studies have shown that this has helped a lot to avoid road accidents in Denmark. Do comment below about how you feel these laws are, and make sure to share the video with your friends who are possibly planning their trips to such countries.
Please subscribe our channel. Press the bell icon for notification. Like and share.